Hi everybody, it's Kate here, and I wanted to talk to you about stress because I'm working with a lot of people at the moment who are really stressed. And as we head towards Christmas, a lot of people's stress increases dramatically because Christmas can be a really difficult time of year for people who have family issues that they need to deal with, or sometimes they've just got a lot of work to get done before the end of the calendar year. And stress levels are high and emotions run high when we are really stressed. So I wanted to give you some tips about how to look after yourself and what to look for when you're feeling stressed, or if you think people around you are very, very stressed. Because it's important that we don't find ourselves getting triggered by somebody who's very stressed, because the reality is that when we are stressed, we're not usually our best selves. And when we're not our best selves, we sometimes say and do things that we may regret down the track. So if we have a family member or a friend who is going through a lot of stress, and if they are verbally abusive or the like at any time towards you, chances are it's got nothing to do with you and everything to do with how stressed they feel. And they may regret what they've said later, but in that moment they are hurting and they want other people to feel their hurt and to be hurt like them. So managing stress requires us to look after ourselves. So if you are going through a high level of stress at the moment, the number one thing you need to do is put that oxygen mask on yourself and look after yourself. And there are a number of ways in which you can do that. But the first thing to do is to just have some recognition that you are feeling really stressed. I find that exercise is just incredibly useful at helping me look after myself when I'm feeling stressed. Getting as much sleep as possible, taking some time out, being mindful, being appreciative, all of those things can really help if you're feeling very stressed. Because the reality is that when we're stressed, particularly very stressed, we tend to go inwards and we stop feeling empathy for other people because we start reacting to the world around us, and we start feeling like everything is happening to us and all these bad things are happening to us and the world is against us and it's all bad, and we become quite paranoid, and sometimes we go into a victim state because we are so stressed. And when we have no empathy, when we are thinking that the world is happening to us, chances are that we then say and do things we regret. We lash out. So that is why it's really important to take some time out and look after yourself. And if you find yourself really struggling, one of the great ways to get out of that state of that sense of me and everything's happening to me is to be empathetic, is to help somebody else and stop thinking about yourself for the moment. Step into somebody else's shoes and give them a hand. Because if we can get out of our head and if we can care about somebody else, then our matters aren't so big and important in that moment. And that's really important. It's really important that we can show empathy and feel and care for other people all of the time, but particularly when we're stressed, because it will help us minimize stress and help us to look after ourselves by actually helping somebody else. So if you are feeling stressed at the moment, please take some time out. Please look after yourself. One day off before Christmas is not going to be enough to get you through the next 6 to 7 weeks, whatever it is, till Christmas Day. I know a lot of people who are working around the clock this time of year just to get to that deadline, which is the 25th of December. Please look after yourself, take care, breathe, sleep, rest, go for walks, sing songs loudly, listen to your favourite music, have a shower, go to the beach, whatever it is that you need to do, but make sure that you keep nurturing yourself over these next few weeks so that you can look after others. And if you're feeling really stressed and if you feel like the world is attacking you and you're starting to feel quite paranoid that the world is going to get you, then do something for somebody else. Be generous with your time or your money or your compliments or whatever, but be generous. Look outside of yourself. I hope that that's of some assistance to you, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.